I might sound like a bit of a broken record, but it really is keeping young families and businesses in our community. We've already seen, certainly in South Delta over the last couple of years, we had Delta Manor closed down, and people are getting older and becoming empty nesters, but they're not moving out of their homes, and their kids are moving out of Delta. And we're seeing the sizes of our elementary schools shrink. We're not seeing as many kids out, playing road hockey on the street. And so we have to make a choice together as a city, as a community. What do we want to look like? Do we want to be a retirement community, or do we want to be what we've always been, which is a place for young families to get their start? And if we do, then we got to make some pretty tough and bold choices when it comes to putting in the right type of housing opportunities for young families. I'm never going to be, and people in my age group, we're not going to buy the single detached homes with the white picket fences and the big backyards. The biggest need right now in Delta is for more townhomes in our kind of central areas, townhomes and maybe some smaller condo buildings in the Ladner Village area and in Tawasin Town Centre and up and down Scott Road. Which isn't always, change is not always an easy thing to do, and I don't think anybody's talking about building high rises in what is still at its core a farming community, but we gotta make some choices, and it's not about bringing other people in, it's about keeping the population that we have, and I think we're at a real crossroads there.
So what kind of, just name one type of policy that would kind of help out with keeping more families and bringing more families into Delta then?
So at a municipal level, right, it's a little bit different than provincial or federal where you pass bills and debate the bills, and there are bylaws that get passed municipally, but a big chunk of it is approving or rejecting development proposals. And too often I think we've looked away from or have zoned areas in a certain way based on preserving the single detached home feel, which is important, and I think that one of the beautiful things about Ladner and Tawasin especially is that small town feel. But again, it's looking at some of our main street areas as to how we zone them and how we make our community plan going down, so that we have, even things in walking distance. Like, again, people, if you're living in the town centers, you're not necessarily driving, you can walk to the stores. So it's the entire framework of how you build the community plan and how the city grows into the future. We also need to do a better job of advocating with Metro Vancouver when it comes to Delta getting its fair share on things like public transit. If you take the Canada Line or the SkyTrain and you look at the transit map of the region, Delta's often where they put the index on the map. So we need to quite literally get Delta on the map when it comes to getting some public transit options too.